What's up, everybody? Do I have a dessert for you today? If you have a group that does not like pie, this pumpkin trifle is going to be the dessert you want to make. Now, I'm making this today in individual cups. You could also make it in a large trifle bowl. So for the purpose of this recipe, I'm only making half the recipe, but the ingredients that I'm going to share are going to be the full recipe. So we're going to start with 2 8-ounce packages of full-fat cream cheese. You want these to be completely softened. I mean completely softened at room temperature. So you're going to get those both added into a stand mixer, and you're going to get that whipping on medium speed until it is nice and creamy and fluffy. Then you're going to go in with 1 cup of brown sugar. Just a light brown sugar is great, and make sure you pack it into that cup. Get that mixed into the cream cheese until it's nice and smooth. Now we need 1 15-ounce can of pure pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie puree, just 100% pure pumpkin puree. Get that mixed into the cream cheese and the brown sugar. Now you're going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and then this is one of my favorite spices. It's ground clove. You only need a pinch of ground clove. It's a very strong spice. Then about 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt. There is your pumpkin mixture. Now, the next part is going to be a sweetened whipped cream. Using cold, heavy cream is the best way to get whipped cream. So you're going to add 16 ounces of heavy whipping cream into a stand mixer, or you can blend this up with a hand mixer until you get about a soft peak. A soft peak is going to be when you raise up that blender and the peaks don't quite hold. It starts to drip. Now to that, you're going to sprinkle in 1/3 cup of powdered sugar and then continue to whip this until about a medium peak forms. So if you can see in the bowl, that's about a medium peak. It will hold its shape for a while. The third part of this is a lotus Biscoff cookie. It's basically like a really hearty, spiced graham cracker. Now, I don't think you could use graham crackers in its place because these are kind of more like an English biscuit. If you can't find them in your grocery store, you can ask the grocery store manager and they should be able to find them for you. Most large grocery stores will have them. You'll need 2 12.3-ounce packages of Biscoff cookies. Place them in a baggie, and then you want to crush them up so they're about this size. Not totally crushed, but larger pieces because it's going to soften in the trifle. The last piece of the puzzle are the Heath toffee bits. Now let's talk about the cups or bowl that you want to serve this in. You could do a stemmed wine glass like this. I love this one because it has more of a square balloon. Now these are just traditional dessert cups. I actually got these at a thrift store. They are in thrift stores by the cases. And then these actually are beautiful little cordial cups that I got at thrift store as well. Now these are called a bodega cup, and it's a great just classic glass. I love to use these actually for cocktails and margaritas as well. Now let's go ahead and layer up this dessert. You're going to start with a layer of those crushed Biscoff cookies. Then you're going to do a layer of that pumpkin filling. Make sure you spread it all the way to the edges so that it shows really beautiful. Now you're going to top that with some of that sweetened whipped cream. Then another layer of the crushed Biscoff cookies. Another layer of that pumpkin, and you can see how this is starting to layer up and look really beautiful. Then you're going to go in with a last layer of whipped cream and get that spread out and smoothed over the top. And then the piece de resistance is topping it with those crunched up Heath Bits. Ooh, this is good. Now you want to pop this in the fridge for 4 hours to overnight, and you want to make sure and cover them. And they'll be ready for serving at your table. Ooh, you're going to love this recipe.